Coming up on Penn News Now. The computer club has seen a rise in attendance at the beginning of the year, leading other clubs wondering, how do they do it? With winter in full swing, students without cars are forced to find other means of transportation besides walking. And with the new semester starting and cold weather around every corner, Penn is giving its students a chance to let loose and have some fun with its indoor intramural soccer program. All this and more right here on Penn News Now. Good morning and thank you for joining us as we begin our first broadcast of the semester. I'm Dino Landucci IV and this is Penn News Now. A dramatic rise in membership for the Penn Computer Club has left executives of other clubs baffled at the sudden spark of membership. Mason Schrader has the details on how the club became so popular.
Out of all the activities on Penn's campus, recently one has had a sharp increase in members. The Penn Computer Club has gone from 5 to 6 students to 30 at the start of the year. Computer Club President Françoise Omiobe thinks she knows why.
For Computer Club, we do have fun activities in our meetings, and we do take trips outside campus, like go in conferences and have fun and get to meet other people. So if a club can get their members to do something that exciting, I think they will be more involved.
Senior advisor Judy Williams says the club appeals.
It also functions sort of as a social community for geeky type people. And so it's okay. You can come here and talk about geeky things, or they find things that they're interested in that they can talk about that maybe they can't talk about with just a person on the street.
She also says making memories is an important part of what they do.
Some of the alumni will say we do these 10-year surveys and stuff after you're out, what's the thing you remember most? And we've been doing these fundraisers for quite a while. So one of the things is, I learned to cook as part of the computer club, But it's funny, so that's what they remember. So obviously they had fun doing it. They thought that was a highlight of their college career. So I think that's it, just doing things together.
For Penn News Now, I'm Mason Schrader.
The annual Dean's Convocation was on January 18th this year as he brought a leading activist for Hispanic culture in Des Moines. Cristina Fernandez-Moreau shared her story with students about growing up Latina and overcoming obstacles to complete her education. Moreau was a non-English speaker when she started her schooling, but with determination and persistence, earned a master's degree in creative writing from Vermont College of Fine Arts, as well as bachelor's in science and marketing from Iowa State University. Penn's dean, Dr. Noel Staley, invited Moreau to speak to emphasize the ongoing theme, which often explores issues of diversity that was going around in her city of Chicago. After following her education, Moreau created the first Latino Heritage Festival in Des Moines, which was an instant success and continues as an annual festival in Iowa.
Of people from places as far as Oskaloosa and Muscatine and Marshalltown, Denison, came to this festival. What we thought would maybe attract 2,000 to 3,000 people attracted 10,000 people.
Moreau's overall message towards Penn students is to show them the need to overcome obstacles in their lives in order to better themselves and the community around them. For more information, or if you'd like to see the convocation in its entirety, visit the Penn University channel on YouTube. As winter is upon us, students are forced to find other means of transportation to avoid the outside. James Rivera has the story.
New semester is in full swing for Penn University. Some students are coming back to blistering cold weather in Oskaloosa, as the average low for the month of January has been 10 degrees. According to weather.com, students have been bundling up while they make the trip from classroom to classroom. While some students have cars, others like Musa Ndai rely on their best winter coat to keep them warm as they make the trek to school or across campus.
The walk is hard when it's cold. Dude, when it's really snowing, it's impossible to you just can't. It's so cold. Yeah, no matter how close it is, you will suffer before you get to class.
Students without cars must brave the cold, sometimes in negative degree weather, in order to make it to class on time. To combat this, some students like Ian Forbes have found other means of getting around with little to no contact with the cold outside.
For class, which I have class in Penn Hall, I would go through the pack. I live in Watson, so it's not that far of a walk. I would go through the pack and kind of get as close to Penn Hall as I could and make that short walk to class. For around Oskaloosa, I usually will go with my friends and get rides from them every once in a while. So like we all go to Walmart, or we'll go to Subway or McDonald's or something, and that's how we stay out of the cold that way.
Although the weather has been relatively warm for this time of year, we can see temperatures dropping to the low 20s going into February. For William Penn News Now, I'm James Rivera.
With the growing trend of CrossFit, students may not know the possibility of becoming a member is right here in town. William Penn Jr. Austin Goings says that the appeal of CrossFit comes from the sense of community participant get, all while getting into shape and improving their day-to-day health.
Somebody who creates your workouts, is mindful of what your strengths, what your weaknesses are, and how to build on those. And then you also have a group of people, 8 to 10 in a class, sometimes more depending on the size of the gym, and they're all there suffering right there with you, they're supporting you.
Intramural soccer is on its third week, and they've got a lot of participants to show for it. With classes in every day and the constant cold weather, people come here to play and let off some steam. Cheyenne Hawquez has more details.
William Penn's Intramural Soccer League is in full force, so William Penn's News Now decided to find out just what the league is and how it's going.
Intramural soccer is a chance for kids to get out, meet new people, and have some fun with things they haven't necessarily done before. We get a lot of soccer players, but we also try and branch out with people that haven't necessarily played soccer before. And it's just a chance to get together and have some fun while doing physical activity.
The success from the league comes from the enjoyment students get from it.
I joined the tournament because it's just good fun to have it at Penn, and especially in the cold weather, it's nice and warm in here, and it's good to have fun with your friends and play sport, keep healthy. Well, we just made a team full of our friends, so it's easy to make a team. Just get together with your friends, people that are close to you that like the sport as well. It's a good, friendly environment. I'd recommend it to anyone.
And most students are confident in their teams.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we have really good players, so.
Oh, 100%. English boys for the win, all the way.
For WPNN, I'm Cheyenne.
The men and women basketball teams swept Avila Saturday afternoon as the depleted women's team breezed to an easy 72-58 win. With multiple girls out, the Statesmen relied heavily on their three starters, Kate Latalo, Jenna Santi, and Sarah Hansen, all of whom played every minute of the contest. Hansen led the way with 19 points, 9 coming from beyond the arc, and adding 2 steals to her credit. Latala also connected on 3 long balls and ended the game with 14 points and 3 assists, while Santi led the way in the assist column, dishing out 8 and tallying 2 steals. The men, on the other hand, had a tight contest throughout, but a strong finish in the last 10 minutes of the second half was enough to push the Statesmen to an 83-65 win, marking their 20th win of the season and earning them a unanimous #1 NAIA national ranking. Both the men and women's team are on top of their respective conferences, with the women improving to 9-2 in conference, but are in a 4-way tie for first with number 6 Mid-American Nazarene, number 13 Baker, and with Central Methodist receiving votes. Also, number 16 Benedictine is 1 game back at 8-3 in conference. The men gained ground and also some breathing room by winning their 9th game in a row, improving to 20-1, as Peru State, who was the only 1 game back before the contest and the only team to have beaten the Statesmen this year, were beaten by Grandview on Saturday. Both teams are back in action tonight as Mount Mercy University, as they both try to continue their dominant performance this year and look on to a bid in the national tournament. With Super Bowl Sunday coming this weekend, William Penn campus is buzzing with anticipation for the big game. This year's game features the Philadelphia Eagles trying to prevent the New England Patriots from winning back-to-back Super Bowls and their 6th championship since the Brady era. With William Penn being a very diverse campus featuring people from across the nation and the world, WPNN decided to create an unofficial poll on William Penn Student Life Facebook page. Student faculty have voted, and William Penn has predicted that Philadelphia Eagles will win Super Bowl 52, with 52% saying Eagles and 47% saying Patriots. And with that, I'd like to take this time to thank everyone for watching our first broadcast of the semester. Tune in 2 weeks as we will have another broadcast and more William Penn news coming at you. On behalf of myself and my crew, Jimmy Ott, Mason Schrader, Cheyenne Hawkins, Arthur Louis, Alexis Corona, and James Rivera, I'm Dino Landucci IV, and this is William Penn News Now.